Hey, it's the wait a minute. Whose Jeep? Last time I Jeep. Today we have a 1995 Cherokee Sport. Ooh. So there's a few things. Someone dropped this off so I could do some work on it. Next up, we got a major overheating issue, and the electric fan doesn't work, along with the fact that it's a little cracked. So we got to figure out why this thing isn't working. The temperature gauge definitely works. It was going up. It was damn near the red. I had to rev it at 2 grand just to get the temperature to go down. There was no water in the reservoir, so that's not good. So we'll have to figure out what's going on with this piece of crap. Okay, well, I don't know about you, but that seems like a pretty obvious leak to me. I don't think that was there, unless that was. No, you can see the wetness. Oh yeah, something's leaking. I wonder what to get underneath. We can follow our drip path. Notice we got drippies here, we got drippies here, we got drippies there. Comes off the engine block. So it looks like it is in the water pump area, but I don't know if it's coming from that lower hose or if the pump itself is shot. A little hard to tell. I might start it up and see if we can get any drippies. Generally, you shouldn't open this when the engine's hot, but this is cold to the touch. So we don't have anything in here anyway. Still use a rag in case there's any fumes or anything, but you don't want any vapor blast from your face hole. Oh god. Yeah, buddy. She's looking mighty beauty. This thing's rusty inside and out. That is gross. Holy crap. Okay, so since this is so brown, I'm just gonna start flushing this with regular water. I'm not too worried about garden hoses and crap like that. That's not really a big deal. Antifreeze has a lot of stuff in it that is meant to prevent oxidation and corrosion and all that stuff. So we'll do a proper 50-50 mix once this thing's actually, holding water and it's clean. But for now, we're just going to keep running water through it and flush this out because this is real bad. It didn't take a ton. I was surprised, but enough. We're down to about there. It was that low in water. Just in the radiator. So I'm going to start it and run it and see if it'll take any more. You want to go slow with this, especially when the engine's hot, because you don't want extra cold water hitting really hot engine really fast. That's a good way to really mess up your motor, crack stuff, make gaskets leak, shit like that. Well, I can pull an e-brake, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. It's cool. Alright. Wow, that sounds great. Jesus Christ. This thing's a pile of crap. So, let's see if the battery's low or if the engine's seized. The battery went from 12.6 to 12.4 after like 1 or 2 crank attempts. So either the battery's shot or the alternator doesn't work or something else messed up. Not really a surprise. So, we got the beast charging this thing up. See if the fucking thing wants to start now. Come on, you cranky slut. Let's go. Oh, you're such a fuckface. Come on. Junk. Garbage. So, we've got 2 different terminals here. The one on the outside is for the solenoid and motor. The one on the inside is just for the motor. So, you have to be really, really frickin' careful when you do this, but we can make ourselves a redneck power probe with a jumper, and you take this and you just jump into the motor terminal. Where are we at? Hello. So, when you do this, the motor should turn, but not engage. And right now the motor is not even turning. Now, if you notice when I touch that, the solenoid is actually moving. So the solenoid's loose. So I think I'm going to have to pull this starter. It's completely soaked in oil, so it's probably just like completely hoopa-jooped. So we're going to pull the starter, see what the fuck's going on with this piece of shit. Lovely oil leak everywhere. I mentioned I love Jeeps. I got a whole video on pulling a starter, diagnosing it, and rebuilding it, so I'm not going to go over it again. But I will show you what I find. So first thing that I noticed, this one bolt is loose, and the solenoid bounces around. But that's not the whole story. Because if it was, the motor would still turn and the solenoid would still work and all that shit. So we're going to pull off this back housing. We're going to pull it all apart and see what's inside. It's probably not going to be pretty. Yeah, there's the good stuff. So this thing looked like it was silicone together a little bit. I don't know if that's factory or if someone was in here before. But look at that, huh? Oh yeah. Yeah, buddy. Ain't she a beaut? None of the brushes are moving. And they're all full of just absolute schmoo. That's nice. So we're going to try and clean the crap out of this. And see if we can't get her to chooch for a little bit. Okay, so I cleaned it all out. And that's all the brushes we got. There's nothing left. I'm going to try and put this together and see if we can get her to start one more time. Also on here, one of the commutator bars is lifted. I don't know if you can see that one right here, but she's sticking up. And it's not looking pretty. So yeah, this starter's pretty well shot. So we're going to need a new starter. It would need new brush. It's not worth rebuilding. You might as well just buy a new one. It's amazing what a little sandpaper will do. I just had a little strip of 80 grit, and I just ran it around a couple times. And I took a small screwdriver and cleaned out all the cracks. So, alright. We're going to put it together and see if it'll turn over just enough for me to try and clean out the starting system, or the cooling system. But as you can tell, it took almost no force for me to put this in there. The starter's done. We're going to need a new one. So we're going to do the smart thing. We're going to test this starter before we put it in. Because you know if we put it in without testing it, damn thing's not going to work, right? Alright, so there's two things we want to check. First, we want to hear the click of the gear popping forward. That means that their solenoid is working. Second, we want to hear that the motor spins. That means that the brushes are making good contact. So the way we have this set up, the starter is grounded through the case. You put positive to the big terminal that's not the motor. And to test it, you just go from here, our little starting terminal, our sense wire, to the positive. Ready? Heard that? We heard our click and our spin. That means both parts are working. Alright, so that's all it was. Brushes were just dirty as shit. We're going to put that in there just for now. See if we can't clean this cooling system out. Alright, take two, you cranky bitch. See? I know what I'm doing sometimes. Alright, so now let's see if we can figure out where the coolant goes. Okay, so this right here is our drippy area. So now that she's running, we come up there. I don't know if you can see that, but we got the drip is dropping from there, but if you can see, it's coming from up there. So that looks like it's coming from the water pump weep hole, or maybe even higher. More than likely it's the water pump though. So we'll have to replace that. Also want to look from up top. I'm not sure why the air conditioner is trying to spin. That just kind of kicked on by itself. What the fuck? What are you doing there, mate? Having yourself a giggle? Anyway, yeah, you want to check the top of the water pump and the thermostat housing and all that. And none of these guys look like they're leaking. So I think we can safely assume it's coming out of the weep hole in the water pump. I don't know what the hell's going on with that thing though. Turning the fan onto AC, it actually works. You can see it bouncing around, but I mean, you know, does the job. The nice thing is, since it's blowing, it's pushing itself back in. Still not great. Now with the AC on, we can see that the clutch actually does stay locked. So I don't know what that half-free spool was going on there. It's a little weird. And fun fact, so we turn that off, so all that shuts off. When we put this to heat, holy shit, the thing actually gets hot now. Huh. Funny what happens when you actually put coolant in the damn thing. I don't know why the hell the oil pressure is so high though. I mean, it moves, so I mean, it's possible. I hope it's not just a bunch of sludge. Yeah. Finally got the petcock out. I had to take off the grill, which is just a bunch of Phillips head screws. Really easy, just comes right off. That petcock, I had to use this guy and a lot of WD-40 to loosen it out. It doesn't have one of those happy little spray hole thingies. So, yeah, you just have to keep loosening it until the whole thing comes out. Wonderful. Holy crap, though. That is like... Holy. That's nasty, mate. Real nasty. Poor guy. Dude, I'm just pouring clean water in, and that brown stuff just keeps on coming. Holy crap. Clean water going right in. And dude, it just keeps coming out. Holy crap. Jesus, mate. This is so bad. Oh god, dude. X-Phase. Oh man, they are warriors. Jesus Christ. This guy's a hardened veteran. I have your respect, sir. Part 2. That was already filled to the top once with brown water. I haven't started it, I haven't done anything. You can tell it's starting to get a little clearer from the drops, but still, it's so brown. How, man? How? God, this is just the radiator too. This one might actually benefit quite a lot from a real flush. Letting it run for a little while, it's starting to turn clear. I started it up for a little bit, a minute or so, until the temperature started to come up, and then I shut it off again. But hey, that's actually starting to look clear for once. Cool. I might start it up again for a second, see if it goes brown. If it stays clear, then we'll put the cap in it, we'll fill this up, and then we'll run it for a little while. And see if we can't get things circulating again. The heat actually works, so that's a good sign. The starter's shot. That sucks. What a shame. I knew it wasn't going to last very long anyway. It was on the list. Old starter finally crapped out. Those brushes were just toast, and so was that rotor, so time for the new one. Damn near ready to fucking kill this thing. Burn it. Roll it down the hill. So this bolt was all dickered straight to hell. The first like 4 threads or so were totally mushroomed and destroyed. I couldn't figure out why the damn thing didn't want to thread, and be like, yeah, you know what? Let's tap the fucking thing. So this was a metric 10 by 1.5 millimeter. So I just ran it in there, and it actually cleaned it up perfectly. Now it fits in there great. Also, here's something beautiful. This is supposed to be a new starter. I don't know about you, but that looks like they drilled the fucker out. We just put a helicoil in there. Oh, man. Gotta love Advanced, baby. I don't know whose genius fucking idea this was. Some Chrysler fuckhead engineer thought this was going to be funny, right? They're going to put this breather hose adapter, and it goes into that bolt right there for the starter, right? But how the hell are you supposed to get in here to actually tighten the fucking thing? If you go this way, it fucking falls out. It's perfectly in the way to be obnoxious and fall out and just be a royal pain in the ass and make a fucking easy half-hour starter job in an hour. Fuck this thing. On the older models, they were bolted up a little higher on the bell housing. It was the bell housing to engine bolt. So yeah, whoever figured this one out, go fuck yourself. Eat shit. Alright, look at that. Ain't that pretty? Beautiful. Fuck you. Alright, now then, you cranky bitch. You good? Damn straight. Alright, let's continue what the hell we were doing before. Flushing that damn system. Yummy! Alright, so now we can focus on the cooling system of this thing. So, we're going to do ourselves a little overhaul here on this 4.0. We got a water pump leak. At least I'm really hoping so. Hoping it's coming out of the weep hole down there. So, what we're going to do is replace the water pump. We're going to place the thermostat. And we're going to flush out this disgusting cooling system. Because it's muddy brown. So I've already been trying to flush it a little bit. And some of the water's getting clear. But it could be a lot better. So, I'm going to try this guy out. I've never actually tried one before. So we're going to see how it do. The premise of it is pretty simple. We're going to take a tube and put one of these flushing tees in. Probably going to want a 5/8 or a 3/4 for one of these lines up here. So, I don't think I'm going to be installing it permanently. I haven't decided yet. So what I'm probably going to do is just take this thing off and put a little tube in there, because I do have some extra tube laying around, so I can just put it in temporarily. We're going to flush this system out as best we can before we replace parts. That way we make them last, we don't get them all dirty right off the get-go. Alright, so I'm going to try and go for this thermostat tube over here. So I got vice grips on this guy just to hold it, because I can't get it over this stupid rubber lump. China locks were great for breaking hoses free, because it actually grabs it. A little WD-40 in there never hurt. And you can see if you can wiggle the damn thing out. Make sure you get a catch pan ready or something. It's not going to be pretty in there. Look at all that. What is that? No. What is all that? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh, this poor Jeep. What is that? Oh god. Oh man, this thing was abused hard. Poor baby. It's alright. Doctor's in. We're fixing you up. Alright, a little 3/4 inch hose does this great. It's always good to have little scraps laying around for stuff just like this. So we're going to tighten that down just enough that it doesn't leak. The hose goes in here. So we need to install this backflow valve. The way you can tell which way it goes, one, you can see that little check looking thing in there. But if you check, this rubber over here is going to be what mounts with the garden hose. That's a little seal to seal it up so it doesn't leak. This side doesn't have a seal, so you can pretty much safely assume it goes there. So run that on there. So that's on there. You hook your garden hose onto that, and then you just stick this in here, and you figure out some kind of tube system, I guess, to drain it. Now, I don't know how much antifreeze is actually left in here. I have been running lots of water through it, but we'll see what we can recover. We just want to make sure this doesn't point near the ECU, so that'd be bad. Alright, let's go get the hose. Yummy! Oh yeah! Yeah, buddy! Oh, yummy! Yummy! Oh, there's too many leak points. Oh, baby. Now we're talking. Now that's what I call muck. God damn. This poor guy. Woo! And we haven't even started the engine yet. Oh. Oh, man. Holding strong over here, though, so that's good. Oh. Jesus Christ. Tell you what, this is a whole lot easier than the method I was doing before. I like this. Jesus. Getting a little nicer. It's starting to get clear now. This is after the 5th time that this thing's been full. And this thing is dirty. I want to see what happens when you start it. Make sure that the heat and vent is on. Get the heater core flow. I'll just let that run for a little bit. See if that don't clear anything up. Oh yeah, there's some more brown. Oh yeah! Keep it coming, baby. Keep it coming. Woo! Yummy, yummy! Brown in my tummy. Man, oh man. God. And this thing still sounds almost great. A little tiny tick here and there, but holy crap. Woo! Bless your little soul, man. Keep on going. This is incredible. Dude, it's still going. How? 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 How is there so much crap in there? Oh my god. Holding the engine at $2 grand. And it's still coming out. It's coming out dark again. Holy crap, dude. Holy crap. That's incredible. That is absolutely insane how filthy this truck is. It's starting to look a little clear now. Could it be water that's almost drinkable? Nah, it couldn't be. Could it? Yeah. Just kidding, we're back to Browntown. It's incredible. I didn't think it was possible. I've been running this thing for half an hour now. Half an hour. And usually what I'll do is once it goes clear, you sit there, you rev it up to 2 grand, let it sit there for 30 seconds to a minute, and then, oh look, a bunch of brown comes up. Then you let it rest and, you know, wait until it clears up and do it again. Well, I tried the 2 grand trick this time and it's been clear the whole time. But I think it's actually starting to get clean. Holy cow. This is all water at this point. I'm just using this guy to figure out how clean the water is. Alright, we're gonna try that one more time. But I think we're good. Cool. It's looking pretty good. Now I think we can get to the fun job of replacing the water pump and the thermostat. Okay, so now we're going to see if we can flush out this heater core. We're going to run this in one way, run it out the other. Wow, amazingly, looks very clean. Ain't that something? Huh, well, I guess that flush actually does pretty damn good. But this is the normal direction, so we're going to flip it around and put it in the other way and see what happens. The same size hose, but I forced it in anyway. Okay. Brown question mark? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's a little brown. Not bad though. Not bad. So that flushing does a pretty good job. Usually when you back flush it, a lot of stuff comes out of there. Cool. I think she's pretty clean then. I think we're safe to hook it up. Okay, so after running the engine for like an hour or two, that's what came out. Mostly clear, but still kind of brown. I don't know, it's going to be hard to get this thing much cleaner than this though. Just going to top it off all good. A lot better than it was. Alright, 2 little 5/16 bolts, take this out. I had to use a 6-point because the 12-point just wasn't quite grabbing. So that comes free, you got one on each side, and you can take that out and dump it. Alright. I've heard you can also get the brown out of there with ice cubes. You put some ice cubes in there and shake it all up, but we're good. We're gonna fill that up, take it for a drive, see how she does. Alright, so the guy was coming to pick it up like an hour after that, so I didn't get a chance to actually film it, but it was actually, you know, relatively clean. So the flushing really does the trick. So if you got a really dirty engine, that is the way to clean it out. So in the next video, we're going to actually get around to replacing the water pump and thermostat now that we have a clean system. So stick around for next week. Dun dun dun.